There's a similar struggle for restaurants right now. Limited capacity mixed with people still not comfortable totally going out has communities getting creative now. Denver's RiNo neighborhood is looking into one solution. Eddie Randall is there, and Eddie, just like some other places in Denver, they're going to be closing off that street behind you soon.
Yeah, that's right, Gary. So we've seen something similar happen in Larimer Square and even in Arvada. We've reported on that, but eventually it's going to be happening here in RiNo. So we're on Larimer Street right now. This whole area is going to be blocked out now that RiNo is jumping on the bandwagon and expanding patios into neighborhood streets for dining. So a spokesperson for RiNo Arts District says they've been working with about 25 bars and restaurants for this expansion. The idea is to get more foot traffic to small businesses northeast of downtown Denver and help those local businesses make it through this pandemic. Now, this all starts this week, and organizers tell 9 News several businesses have already started expanding to sidewalks and parking lots. So let's talk about some of the street closures, right? Larimer Street is going to be closed from 27th to 28th, and then from 29th to 30th. There's also going to be a short closure on 25th Street, and then 35th Street will be closed between Wazee and Wine Coop. So what's going to happen is cars will not be able to move through those areas, but the streets will close and the center areas are going to be for bikes. So that way more pedestrians and cyclists can make their way through the areas. So last week, Governor Jared Polis ordered bars and nightclubs to close again after the state saw an uptick in COVID-19 cases. Now, bars that serve food and function like a restaurant, well, they can stay open as long as they follow the social distancing guidelines and that are laid out by the state. So the patio expansion here in RiNo will last through the summer, and officials, Natasha, tell us that it could even last through the fall. Now, what's cool about this thing is it doesn't only benefit bars and restaurants. Local shops like these clothing stores will also benefit because people are going to be walking and cycling through these areas. They'll be able to stop in.